Hello there, and welcome to the Witch's Brew Cafe. What can I have the pleasure of conjuring up for you today? You've never been here before, and you'd like a little bit more info about some of the items on the menu? Okay, that's no problem. Just let me know exactly which menu items you would like to know more about, and I'll be happy to let you know. The frog grog smoothie. Okay, well, there are no actual frogs in that. The frog part comes from the color. The spirulina that we put in the smoothie gives it kind of a blue-green color due to being an algae, and so that's why we call it frog. There are no actual frogs in there, but the spirulina itself is loaded with vitamins and minerals and protein and antioxidants, so it makes a very healthy smoothie. And the grog part of the title, there is no actual grog either, so you don't have to worry about not being able to fly home after drinking this. The grog just comes from the ingredients that we put in, and those are grapes, red delicious apples, oranges, and guava. And those are mixed all together with a maple wand for a little extra dash of magic. It's a super tasty smoothie. If you're into sweet things, it is probably going to be right up your alley. You're worried it might be a little too sweet? Okay, then yeah, you'll probably want to pick something else on the menu then, because it is really quite sweet. The pumpkin juice. Okay, the pumpkin juice is also a smoothie. It's called pumpkin juice, but it's quite a bit thicker than that. It's basically another smoothie. And what that is it's pumpkin puree mixed with apple cider and vanilla and just a little bit of sugar for sweetness. And that is all mixed together with an elder wand for a very large dose of magic. And of course, we do have a few additional things you can add in as well. You can ask for a little bit of cinnamon or nutmeg if you want to spice it up a bit. Or we can also throw in a shot of peach or apricot juice. That's sounding a little too sweet as well? Okay, in that case, you'll probably want to stay away from the smoothies because they are all a little bit sweet. So, what is the Witch's Brew? The Witch's Brew is our signature coffee here, named after our cafe, of course. And we use fair trade beans to make that. And then we really bring out the flavor of the beans with our secret recipe of herbs and spices, mixed with an ash wand to bring all the ingredients together magically. Yes, we call it secret recipe because we really don't share it. It's our own in-house blend of secret herbs and spices. The Colonel has nothing on us as far as secret herb and spice blends. Anyone who's ever had a cup of this coffee has gone away raving about it. You'd like a cup of that? Okay, let me put that on your order. And anything else, or is that it? What size does the pumpkin spice latte come in? We have 3 sizes available. We have the 8-ounce, the 12-ounce, and the 16-ounce. You'd like a 12-ounce? All right. What is Formula 86? That is our decadent hot chocolate blend. That is steamed milk, our specially made in-house chocolate syrup, whipped cream, and chocolate drizzle on top. And then, of course, we throw in a small shot of Witch's Brew, our signature coffee, and then that is all mixed together with an apple wand for just a little touch of magic. You think you're going to skip that? Okay, well then, will that be everything for today? You're interested in lunch too? Okay, well, what's jumping out at you for a delicious little lunch? What is the Eye of Newt? Okay, well, the Eye of Newt is a sandwich made on naan. What is naan? Naan is a very tasty flatbread. So it's naan, egg, wheatgrass, and turkey, hence the newt. And that is served with your choice of fries or soup. You think you'd like to do the soup? Okay, well, our soup of the day is warty toad soup. No, there are no actual toads in the soup. It turns out that toads are actually quite toxic, and we had a few lawsuits about that in the past, so we no longer use real toads in the soup. The toad comes from the ingredients that we do put in the soup, which are the initials: tomato, onion, avocado, and delicata squash. You're not familiar with delicata squash? Well, those are, they're usually about this big, and they're kind of a pale yellow with green stripes going down them. Kind of almost football shaped, but with rounded ends. And they're quite tasty. They're kind of cutely named because they do look kind of delicate. So delicata seems fitting. But yeah, they're really quite tasty, and we just puree that up into a very thick soup and add in the other ingredients and mix that all together with an oak wand for a very powerful shot of magic. And between the soup and the magic in it, that'll really keep you going all day. So it's definitely a good choice. You would like that? Okay, and would you like a cup or a bowl today? Okay. So will that be all for you, or can we interest you in a few of our desserts to indulge in after your lunch? Well, the desserts of the day are mummy dust cakes and dead man's toes on a stick. The mummy dust cakes are a decadent chocolate lover's dream. They're a rich chocolate cupcake with creamy chocolate frosting and chocolate chips baked right inside, and then they are dusted across the top with just a little bit of ground coffee to really bring out that rich chocolate flavor. If you're any kind of a chocolate fan, they are absolutely delicious. The dead man's toes are basically just sugar cookies with chocolate frosting. The health department said that we can't actually use the toes of actual dead men, so yeah, they're just sugar cookies shaped like toes with a little bit of chocolate frosting, and just between you and I, they're really not my favorite. So if you're looking for something really rich, I would go with the mummy dust cakes. You'd like 2 of those? Okay, excellent choice. And can I get a name for the order, please? Okay. Well, go ahead and find a table. We have a fair number of open ones right now. You've caught us at a time that's not too busy, so you've come at a good time if you're just looking to relax and curl up with a good spell book. Yes, we do have free Wi-Fi as well. The password is, let me just put this down for a moment. The password is Avada Kedavra. Yeah, we thought it would be kind of funny, but we are thinking about changing the Wi-Fi password simply because there have been a few mishaps here when somebody forgets to put down their wand when they're saying it, and next thing you know, half the customers in the cafe aren't moving. So we are thinking about potentially changing that in the near future, but for now that is the password. So go ahead and carefully type that in and sit down and relax. And if you stick around for 20 minutes, the Hex Sisters are going to be taking the stage so that they can, dazzle everyone with their musical abilities during their meals and their drinks. They're one of your favorite groups. Well, you've come on a great day then, haven't you? So yeah, just go have a seat, and we'll call you as soon as your order is ready, okay? Great.